Welcome back. Another chronicle of Path 7. Entirely, I want to keep this one kind of short and quick. I want to talk about just endurance and building up your metaphysical light body, or just your inner knowledge of knowing when to kind of take not a loss on the day, but kind of slow down, because the day doesn't have to be taken so fast. I feel like a lot of people are rushing so fast to success that they don't understand that we are already successful, and we're just aligning with those versions of ourselves that we choose to resonate with each day. So it's all about just not compromising, but understanding the battle as it's placed in front of us. Just not burning ourselves out on like little small emotional battles that we have within ourselves, with just this illusion of separation, and just knowing that everybody you meet is just a different expectation of yourself, or a different lesson that you've learned from yourself, or a place that you're growing from or not resonating with anymore. So right now, usually I just got out the house. I kind of had to fight my way out the house, just from, I guess, over creating a reality based upon like rules and certain laws, that because of being socially aware of my situation, just making myself attuned to like certain boundaries that I've self-imposed on myself, and not wanting to like approach on other people's energetic fields, and not resonating with other people's traumas and whoever, baby mamas, the whole nine. But just appreciating everything as it comes. Usually I would just kind of run off and try to go ground, and I'm already like ungrounded. Well, I'm grounded within my truth of myself, but not the earth as it used to be, where I used to be able to like truly feel into my root chakra. Now it's like I feel my root chakra, but it's more of like being underwater, because my solar plexus is so overstimulated from lack of boundaries and awareness. And just learning how to respect my own boundaries and put my own boundaries back up, so I can tell people like, I don't need you in my energetic field for growth or for protection. Like sometimes the same human karmic guide you've made, and for them to talk themselves up to be like some kind of spiritual gurus or guides, you have to like check these people and make sure that they know that they're not supposed to be in your energetic field anymore. You're supposed to like tell these people like, nah, like this is my world, this is my reality, and your imprints upon your life isn't going to like actually make or break my life, because this is my life to live and it's not yours. So as in saying that, just make sure anybody you think is like a spiritual guru, guy, whatever, check them, man. Not check them like go up to them and like fight them and stuff, but just let them know that like, I have boundaries, this is my life to live, and I'm not going to allow you to dictate my journey because of the failures that you had in your life. So it's all about just always just not really, I would say, just like doing the dance with reality, or doing the dance with this cosmic awareness, but not allowing that to be so woke that you like start accepting other people's like bullshit. And right now you always see me like kind of analyzing the entire reality, because I'm still exchanging energy, and as one of the huge like generators or light sources of this realm, I have to always make sure that my energy is always being respected, and that I'm giving people like place to growth, but not biting upon my energy to the point where I start feeling like I'm down, depressed, and I'm down and out and stuff. So it's always, like I said, doing this dance with reality, but not allowing reality to take you out of your sweet spot and your space within yourself that you respect and that you generate within yourself. So just allowing yourself to always be happy, because happiness start with you, and everything external from that is just a plus. So the better you are with your own relationship with yourself, your own inner world, the better your relationship with your outer world will become. So a lot of people are dressing up the outer house without doing the inner work. And I'm somebody who's trapped in the inner world, trying to make my way back to the outer world. But in reality, is knowing that your inner world is your inner sanctum, because you're creating your inner sun, so you don't need the light source from the sun on the outside. So just building up your light body so it can be able to kind of crash and go against these turbulent waves that we're going through, and just always just learning, because that's all we have down here, just growth and self-exploration, and just allowing yourself to just constantly like challenge yourself, but understand that you don't need to bite more than you need to, because every day you're always going to be constantly learning, constantly growing. So don't take more of a lesson than you have to, because you're going to cost for it the next day. So it's all about pushing that boundary, but not pushing it to the point where you're bruising yourself. You want to bruise your ego, but never your soul. So like, just allow yourself to just constantly learn, grow, and just constantly elevate, because this is all your journey. It's not my journey, it's yours. It's not your neighbors, your mom's. Like, yeah, you and your mom may have similar like karmic ties or patterns, but it's up to you to if you really want to become your greatest self, to break that shit, move on, and constantly like grow. Not grow by seeking people outside of yourself, but seeking those places within yourself that you could only tap into, places that only you resonate with, and the places that help you grow to becoming your greatest self. Like I said, you'll never be satisfied with life until you satisfy your inner world, and it's all about that inner journey with self. And whenever you start to feel that subtle like shadow self, just not tap into it, but just honor it, and then just like waves, it'll brush past. So it's like somebody's going to give you a trigger, then with that trigger comes a reaction, and then it becomes a treat. So like you give a mouse an obstacle course. After you give them the obstacle course, you give them you give them the obstacle course. That's the trigger. You give him the reaction, him kind of crawling through it or navigating his way through it. Then you give him the cracker to make him, or the cheese to make him keep, or peanut butter to keep going upon that path. So right now you have to learn what your triggers are, what's your reaction, then what's your treat coming from that reaction. And just make sure every time you're given a relationship like this that you're able to learn from it, see if it's making you grow, if it's making you build, and if not, let that shit go. Learn for certain ways to kind of like go of it and not have it to the point where it's like keep you trapped within patterns that you finally outgrown, because you've done this work to get out of this and stay out of it. You don't want to keep going back and forth with this same entity, being, whatever it is that's like keeping us down here. You have to learn what it is, to work with it or work without it, and then keep moving forward, because all we have is our one life to live. I mean, we reincarnate a lot of times, but at the same time, the whole point of this is to graduate without the physical body, because the physical body is the prison, because it is something that you're going to be trapped within. Before this, you were a boundless being, a boundless soul that can go anywhere, do anything, all the things you see Marvel do, Doctor Strange you were able to do that until you put so many rules and restrictions upon yourself that trapped you within this space. So, and like I said, I don't read books anymore, I just navigate my soul. I wouldn't say just start doing it, because you still want to learn who these people you're getting information from. You can be getting information from dark beings. Dark beings don't mean bad, it's just perspective and whatever, like some people can see Jesus as a good thing, somebody can see Jesus as a bad thing, some people can see Allah as a good thing, some people can see Allah as a bad thing. Allah, arm, leg, arm, head, the body, the body is the temple, the body is God. So just always make sure that you're respecting your boundaries with yourself and just constantly growing. And just allow things to fall at the wayside when they're no longer serving you, and just know that every reaction doesn't deserve a reaction, and just constantly grow, constantly get better, because that's all you can do is just try to find ways within yourself just to make sense of the things that are in front of you. And like I said, don't take on more than you have to. Everything is one step at a time, one day at a time. You're making sense of the things that are placed in front of you. Learn your lessons so you don't have to repeat this shit over and over. Grow so you don't have to constantly like go through this. And then, like I said, if you find people along your path, find them. They may be temporary, they may be forever, but most people are temporary within this world, because everybody has different goals from you. So just, don't hold on to anything that's supposed to go. Don't hold on to anything that's supposed to stay. Well, allow things to be in your life, but with non-attachment. That way, if it's meant to be there, it'll be there because it wants to be there, not because it feels like it needs you to grow or needs you for sustenance. It's supposed to be a relationship that's give and take. Well, not even give and take, is exchange and exchange. One gives one makes the left foot, one moves the left foot, the other one moves the right foot, and then total balance and the total integrity of constant growth and elevation. So just don't get targeted, don't get influenced by these people and what they're doing. Just make sure that you're always taking care of yourself. And not in a selfish way, but the only relationship you can give from is a relationship with yourself that you're overflowing with. So make sure that your cup overflows before you're overwhelmingly giving, because most people don't give back in this realm of reality. So find ways to constantly grow and not, be stagnated by what the world deems to be success. Half 7 out.